Hi everyone, this is Heba from my little journal, and today I'm going to be working in my October daily. I will be sharing day 5 through 8, and I'm going to start by adding my dates to my journaling. I've been using Everyday Explorer's calendar day stamp set and the More calendar day stamp sets to add my days and the month. And I'm enjoying doing this because I really want this project to look more cohesive. So once I stamp those out, I'm literally just going to add them to the bottom portion of my spreads, and then I'm going to start working on day 5. Now I've been using Serena B's prompts. You can find her prompts, I believe, on her website, or I think I got mine from Pinterest if I'm not mistaken. But I've been using her prompts and mixing them up a little bit. So I'm not sticking to the same day or the same prompt, or if that makes sense. I'm just working as I go, and whatever works for me, I just document it. So day 5 for me is taking a selfie or documenting your selfie. And I took a few selfies with a filter, just wearing my cat ears. So what I decided to do was create my own background for my photos. I love the stamp set from Close to My Heart. It's adorable, and it had a girl with cat ears, so I was like, yeah, I'm going for it. I use some gray ink, and I start stamping just a little pattern for my background with this girl with the cat ears. But there's a lot of gray going on. Like once I get halfway through, I'm like, that's a lot of gray. Maybe I should break it down. So what I thought I would do was grab my smoothie ink pad from Close to My Heart and just stamp one of the girls in that color, like this kind of bold pink. And I love how it turns out. It really broke it down. It just made the gray less gray. And I end up doing that like somewhere around here where I grab my different ink pad to kind of break it down. I also purposely left the right-hand corner empty because there is a spider web in that stamp set and it's adorable. So what I'm going to do is actually grab that spider web and stamp it in the corner. And to fill out the space next to it, I'm going to grab some of my stickers, I believe, from the Hey Pumpkin collection, and just fill that out with some of my stickers. But I just wanted to break down, I don't know, just all the cat ear girls and add a little something to my background. Now that I'm done with my background, I'm going to go ahead and stick down my photos. I will also grab more stickers and just add a few words like banners to my photos. I created these Polaroids myself. I use the app called InstaLab, and it will create any photo on your phone into a Polaroid. Really, really simple. I've mentioned this before, but it is one of my favorite apps. So once I add all my stickers, I was looking at the background and I felt like there was still some empty spots here and there, and it just looked too bare for me. So what I decided to do was grab that stamp set again and just fill out the sides of my spread. Like I said, there was just a lot of little empty spots here and there. So I end up removing some of the stickers that I added to fill out those spots. I remove my photos and then go back to that stamp set and fill them out with the girl with the cat ears. I don't know, I just didn't like filling them out with stickers. It just looked kind of off to me. So that's all I'm going to end up doing right now, is just fill out those spots and make it look like, it's really a background or a pattern paper. Now I'm happy with how this looks, so I can kind of move on and grab some puffy stickers, add a few yellow stars just to break down all the grayness in the background, and then we can start with day 6. Now day 6 was, I think, warm and cozy, and nothing says warm and cozy like a great cup of hot cocoa with mini marshmallows, my favorite. So I went through my ephemera pack from the Hey Pumpkin collection. Love that it's almost Halloween. So what I thought I would do was actually use that, just maybe trim it down, make it work. You know, working in a traveler's notebook and having large ephemeras is hard to work with, but I always say this: trim down your ephemera, trim down your cards, make them work for you. So I just grabbed my trimmer, cut these two pieces, or this piece, down to two, but I will end up trimming Halloween into two pieces. I just felt like it was too square. But before I do that, I wanted to add some color. So I go through my paper pad here. I start with the scraps first. I found this adorable striped paper that I used for my cover, and I thought it worked well, but I wanted to try something else. So I grabbed this dark pattern, and it actually looks really, really good, but I felt like it was too dark with the opposite side of my spread. So I just go with the striped. It's a great time to use it, and it brings in some color. I measure my way with my fingernail, and I'm going to trim it down, add it to one side of my layout, and then I'm going to start sticking everything down. I'm going to stick down my pattern paper, my photo, and my die cuts. This is where I decide I do not like that Halloween. It looks way too squarey for me. So I'm going to end up grabbing my trimmer and just cutting that into like right in the center. And having the two pieces made a huge difference because it gave me space to add some stickers and it didn't look too square. So I really like how that looked. And it was just an easy step, not a big deal, but it made a huge difference. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Hey Pumpkin sticker sheet and add a few stickers here and there. I'm loving the sticker sheets, you guys. I can't even tell you. I don't even know why I didn't use it last year, but I'm so happy that I decided to do an October daily this year because I've been using up my stash. I love it. I will also grab one of my Kelly Perky Halloween stamp sets to stamp a little something here and there. I end up stamping a speech bubble that says Witch's Brew. I'll stamp a moon, just a little something just to kind of finish up my layout. When I was done stamping, I thought, you know what? Why not add some framing to my photo and my die cuts just to help them pop a little bit with that added striped pattern paper in the background. They kind of just, they weren't blending in well. So I went ahead, grabbed my pen. It makes a huge difference just adding a frame using your pen, and I love how it turned out. Now we're moving on to day 7. I'm gonna add my dates as always, and then I'm gonna start working on documenting day 7. So day 7 is all about like home decor for the season or decorating your home for Halloween. Now, I'm not big on, changing my home for the season. Don't ask me why. It's just not my thing. But I do have an owl and a few pumpkins that I end up adding to my dining table and my coffee table. That's all the decor I end up doing every year. It's the same. I don't do that for summer. I don't do that for anything, but I just love fall and I love Halloween season. So I always just bring these out and I'm good with that. I think to me, it's all about like storage and the time it takes to change up the decor, I guess. So that's why I don't do it. But I went ahead and took a photo of my owl and pumpkin. And I'm going through my ephemera pack, trying to find something I want to use. I really like that bat, but I end up not using it, honestly. I end up stamping this haunted house from my Studio Calico stamp set. I'm going to stamp it on some white paper, trim it out, and use that as like my focal point. Obviously, I'm documenting, my home, so I thought the haunted house worked better than the bat. So once I finish doing that, I'm going to end up going through my Kelly Perky 4x4 cards. I had an old kit from Kelly Perky and it came with 4x4 cards. So I really want to use them and they're perfect to use as like backing up your photo. I found this gray with stars. It's beautiful and it worked well with my photo, so I'm gonna go with it. No trimming, nothing. It just fit perfectly, so I went with it. Once I back up my photo, I'm gonna end up adding my haunted house, and then I'm gonna go through my sticker sheets. I found an adorable little crow, which I will end up adding above my photo. I'll grab my sticker, my word stickers, add a word sticker. I think I added my favorite holiday. Then I'm gonna use some of my alpha stickers in orange to add home. This is a great way to use your alpha stickers. I think I want to do a spread just with my alpha stickers just so I can use them up. But anyways, I use it to add home. I'll grab some more puffy stickers and add a few next to my, or on my, directly on my Polaroid. I'm gonna finish up the spread with my handy dandy pen to add a few plus signs here and there, just to add a little something to the background. Like I said earlier, because I don't want my traveler's notebook to get too bulky, I'm gonna do another stamped out background. I'm gonna use a Studio Calico, an old Halloween stamp set, to stamp out my own background for day 8. Day 8 was document your favorite villain. Of course, it has to be Maleficent. So I just grabbed this photo from Google and I'm going to create my own background. I love the stamp set. It has a lot of words and sentiments and things like that, very Halloweenish. And I thought it was perfect. I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't want to add like stamped images. I wanted to stamp words more than anything. And I actually changed up my ink pad. So I went between black ink and this peacock ink from Close to My Heart. It is just so gorgeous and it matched my photo perfectly. So I stamp out October 31st, I stamp out the suspense, and you say which, like it's a bad thing, things like that. It's just, it turned out so cute. I love how this turned out. And I'm gonna make sure that I do this again throughout my project. But I did make sure that I kept some white space because I didn't want it to get too busy. When you're stamping words as a background, if you stamp the whole page or the whole section, it just gets too busy. And I wanted it to kind of float around my photo. So I end up stamping here and there, and I tried to make sure that I share a lot of my stamping with you guys, just so you can see how I do this. I know a lot of people have a hard time stamping backgrounds. Once I finish stamping my background, I'm going to go ahead and stick down my photo. I will also go back to my sticker sheets, add a few stickers. I did not want to add too much. I just wanted to add a little bit to layer my photo and make it blend into the background. So I add some word stickers. I believe I add a bat and a few stars, puffy stars, and then I call my layouts done. Love how these turned out. I'm really enjoying creating in this project. I'm having a blast, you guys. I hope to be back next week sharing more spreads in my October daily. And don't forget, I add all the links for everything I used down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.